Hello and welcome to another one of our vlogs, our video logs. And today we're going to discuss how do you start spirituality. But before I start that, again, I'd like to remind everybody, please subscribe to the YouTube or the BitChute channel. BitChute channel is a wonderful alternative to YouTube since YouTube seems to be censoring so many different blogs now and videos. I would also please go to my site, NW Spiritism. You can learn more about Spiritism. But today, let's talk about how do you start your quest for spirituality? How do you begin? If you're interested and you feel something is lacking in your life, I know I had, and of course then when something happened to me, I really started discovering. Before I was just kind of relaxed about it, but then I really started trying. But in hindsight, not that I followed this, it's easy for me to say, but in hindsight, this is what I believe is a good way to start your quest for spirituality. So as I said before, you can read the Bible, you can read the Quran, you can read other religious texts, Buddhism, Hinduism, all sorts of Zoroastrianism, all sorts of things you can read, and there's many wonderful teachings out there. But I believe the best way to start is one major thing. Now, why do I say this major thing? Because when you start reading books about spirituality, and there's also plenty of books about spirituality, and there's also a lot of good books by people who've had NDEs who explain what they've seen and their interpretation. But to do that, to really be open-minded, the best way is to decrease your stress level, to decrease your anxiety. And what's the best way to decrease that? What's the best way? Now, many people say meditation, and yes, meditation does help. But to really increase the harmony within your body and to balance your chakras, your force centers, as they call them in Spiritism, is one simple thing that's not so simple. That is, follow your conscience. Try and follow your conscience. Try and not rationalize away why if you do something, it's okay because it's good for you. It may not be so good for other people, but it's good for you. Don't do that, because every time you try and deny what your body has said, right? Because when you do a bad action, you can tell it increases the tension in your body. When you make a good decision, even though many times it doesn't help you at all, and it actually may be a detriment to you, but for some reason you feel relaxed. That's because your conscience, which is the set of divine laws put into each one of us by the spirit world as we're reincarnated, is what we're supposed to learn to follow. And the more we follow that, the less anxiety, stressfulness, nervousness we have. Then if you can get to that state, then you are open to reading more and becoming more spiritual. It will help you in your journey towards that. If you can do that, then the next step, and this is important, is to really start to learn to forgive. Forgive when people cut you off in the road. Forgive when people step in front of you on a line. It doesn't mean you can't complain about it. Say, no, I'm sorry. It doesn't mean you have to be meek and passive. But you don't have to linger on with hatred or thinking about revenge for that certain act. The act was there, it's gone. The act was probably created in order to teach you a lesson, because almost everything happens for a purpose in the spirit world. We are taught daily. Difficult people are put in our paths for us to learn something from that. I know it was extremely hard for me to realize that, but I finally have realized that. And when I think about difficult people in my path and I think about what they've done, I thought, well, that was really beneficial. Although it's hard to come to that conclusion sometimes for some people. But try, right? Try and forgive. Follow your conscience and forgive. Just those two steps will set the stage for you to be able to be a receptor to all the good thoughts from the good spirits, because you'll learn to filter out the bad intentions from the good intentions. We are inspired by spirits all around us, and we have to be able to use our conscience to tell what are the good inspirations and then the more immature inspirations, because we're surrounded in the sea of spirits at all different levels. So If you'd like to learn more about Spiritism, go to my blog, nwspiritism.com. If you'd like to learn more about the spirit world and the whole organization of the spirit world, please read the first of my series of books, Heaven and Below, and it tells all about heaven, what heaven is like, what below, what was purgatory like, what they call it, the dark abyss. Why is it there? Why we are on earth? You will learn so much about why things happen to you, and that this also will help decrease your stress levels. I want to say again, everyone, thank you so much for being part of our program. Tell everybody about our YouTube and BitChute channels. Please subscribe and hit that bell if you would like. Tell other people, and visit my site again. My books are all on the right hand side. I hope you enjoy them. I hope this has helped you in your quest for spiritual ascendancy. God bless all of you.